Hi, everyone. Hope you're all okay. I've been asked to do a moment with Sai. I don't know where to start. There's been many moments of Sai in my life, and I'm sure there's been many moments of Sai with you all as well. So I'll start from the beginning, how I came into the Sai fold. I was 17 years old when first Swami came to me. I was collecting a magazine called The Unexplained, which was about UFOs, supernatural stuff, and all of the unknown things. And in that book, this was way back in probably 1978, I saw a picture of Swami. It was this small, with a little article, small article on it, say Swami materializing Krishna from the sand, and that just caught my attention, and it just stuck with me. And then after that, for another 10 years, nothing happened. And 10 years later, I was working with an English gentleman. He was a salesman, and he gave me this book about Sai Baba. It was by Howard Murfitt. It had some vibhuti and a Ganesh coin. And he asked me to read it. And the book sat on my bedroom shelf for about 3 months. And the guy, the salesman, he asked me, have you read it? And I hadn't read it. And he kept on asking me, and I felt a bit pressured. I thought I better read it, otherwise he's going to ask me again. So I read half of the book, and next time I saw him, he asked me, have you read it? And I said, yes. And he goes, what do you think? I said, yes, Sai Baba, he's amazing. He's just like another Indian guru. And that's what I thought at the moment. And as time went on, Dr. Kishanbhai Gadia, he was my GP from the age of 12. And he didn't talk about Sai Baba or have a picture of Baba whenever I used to visit his surgery. But 10 years on, I went to the surgery, and all of a sudden he had big picture of Baba in his surgery. And I says, I know that picture. I says, I know that person. And he put his pen down and he started talking to me. There was a big queue in the surgery and everybody's waiting. And he's telling me all about Sai Baba. You must visit India. You must go to Puttaparthi, see Sai Baba, send your children to Balvikas, and all these things he was telling me. He says, I'll give you the address and all this. And he gave me some journals to take to Puttaparthi to see Dr. Safaya, who was the director of Super Specialty Hospital. And eventually I went to Puttaparthi, and first time I went, I didn't see Baba, but we went to see Super Specialty Hospital. Dr. Safaya gave us a tour of the hospital. I left some journals with them, but the journals was just an excuse. I think the main thing was for me to visit Puttaparthi. Baba was at that time in Whitefield. So then at some point we went to Whitefield. I had my first darshan there, and we were obviously on the men's side, and we had first darshan there, and we had token number 1. And on the ladies' side, my mother was there, and she also had token number 1. So I had our first darshan there. And at that time, everybody was having darshans of Baba, and everybody was following Swami like this. Baba went this way, and everybody went like this. And I didn't know what was happening. And I didn't really connect at that time. So we had darshans, and then again, Dr. Kishanbhai Gadia goes, send your children to Balvikas. And then as the children were going to Balvikas, we had a group trip, and there was 42 of us went on this group trip. And at that time, Baba called us to the veranda, and one of the Balvikas gurus got hold on to Swami's feet, and Swami was walking amongst us, and it was so tearful. At that point I connected Swami, and we were asking Baba for an interview, and Baba says tomorrow, and that was many years ago. That tomorrow didn't actually happen, but at that time on that trip, my wife wanted to go for darshan, bhajans, and my daughter was quite young, She was about 3.5 years old. So I had to take care of her, look after her. So I stayed behind in the North Block, and I was listening to the bhajans, which was in the speakers. My daughter was playing, and I fell asleep. And then I had first dream, my very first dream of Baba. And when I woke up crying and crying. I felt some unbelievable feeling of love. And I woke up, I was just crying, and my daughter, I looked at her, she was sitting on the chair, she'd fallen asleep as well. And then my wife came back, and I tried to explain to her the dream, and I couldn't explain because I was just so emotional. And the dream was, I might as well share the dream. The dream was where the coffee machines are, the ice creams are, where they sell the ice creams. Opposite there was an open area, and that was full of sand. There's no grass area at that time. This was around 1998. But in my dream, Baba was coming towards me, and I was walking towards him. And then all of a sudden, Baba fell, and I ran quickly to Baba, and I said, "Baba, Baba," and I caught hold of him in my arms. And then Baba opened his eyes, and he smiled. And for some time I thought that Baba, I held Baba in my arms, and I saved him from falling. But little did I know, all these years, things happen in your life, and it was Baba that was saving me every moment, every time. So that's when my journey into the Sai organization, into the Sai fold really began. So I came back to the center, and I asked the center president at the time what it is that they wanted me to do at the Sai center. And they next committee meeting, they made me vice president of the center. So I was vice president for four years, and then I was center president for 4 years. And from that time, 1998, I've been involved in the Sai organization. And it was whether it was a center president's role or center service coordinator, regional service coordinator, and then working at national levels. So I think it's just working in the organization, being in the Sai fold, being connected to Swami, and meeting like-minded people. It's a lovely feeling, and it gives you that connection to Swami, and also that develops you in your spiritual journey. Being part of service activities. Service, as Swami says, is one of the most important things, and it's through service that diminishes our egos. And I think I have learned to experience, how we need to relate to people, how we need to learn to accept people how they are, and try and grow and learn from people all the time. One other moment I'd like to mention before I finish is in 2005, we took a group of people to Prashanti. And again, I didn't want it to go to Prashanti at that time because I'd already been. But the Balukas gurus were saying, you have to come, you have to come. So we planned this trip, and there was a drama organized for the Balukas children. And I went there and leading the group as one of the group leaders. We used to have lots of practices and had to organize many things. But it was near Guru Purnima time. And as being one of the group leaders, I didn't know what to expect, what to do. At that time, I had to go and meet Mr. Chakravarti, Professor Chakravarti. I had to go and see him and talk about the play that we had brought, and mention to him, organize accommodation and things like that. But it was that time was a very big moment for me, and it was near Guru Purnima time, and Swami called me over to him. He called me over like this, and I had a one-to-one conversation with Baba. And I had all the Balukas letters with me, and I gave it to Baba. Uh, and Baba looked at the letters, and he looked at me, and he said, "Where are you coming from?" And I said, "From UK, Swami." So it was a wonderful moment. And at that moment, I felt the Kulwant Hall was completely packed, as it was near Guru Purnima time. And at that moment, I felt it was just me and Swami. The whole world was closed. It was just me and Swami in the universe. That's what it felt like. And that was an amazing moment. And then, as Swami said, very happy, very happy. And then I had to sit down back to my place, close my eyes, and tears were rolling down my eyes. And that was an amazing moment. And then after that, he called me again. And as we had a drama, I presented the drama to him, and he flicked through the documentation, the program. He looked through it all, and he looked, and he says, very happy, very happy. And so I think I was very happy as well. So I think I will conclude there. Thank you, and hope you find this interesting. Jai Saram.